What's going on, Benjamin? How you doing? I appreciate all you guys tuning in for
Ben Marcus.
Titan Myself, Big Drew. You want to start out, Drew?
What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. This is Big Drew in the studio once again every Friday at 2 p.m. We got John live on the iPad. He's in a private location, holding it down with the wife, Sharice's birthday. So, as always, I hope he has a good time. It doesn't work too hard. But this is Titan Lifestyle.
Appreciate
we got great topics, more events coming up, and as always, great weather down here in Florida. It's hot everywhere. So,
oh yeah. Always good, dude. Always good to be here with my man, my big brother Drew. So yeah, man, it's a good thing. You know, everything's going on out here. It's a beautiful day and Friday out here. I'm in Cabo, St. Lucas. For you guys to see this little backdrop here for Sharice's on her little birthday adventure here, and we're here with some really good friends. Missing my dude though, he's back in the studio. So got a great show for you guys, right? So we got planned for him, Drew.
Always got a great show, therapy of the week, events, and always crazy topics. Got some more animal topics. I talked about, pig transfer heart last week. This week we got something special, but let's get it. Let's jump it off with with MK-677. This therapy of the week, one of my favorite Titan therapies. Something I'm going to be jumping back on in September to put some weight on. So, how do you feel about MK-677? I have a question for you. I have a question for you, John.
What's
How
up?
do you feel about MK-677, taking it personally? I know a lot of people always ask you, what does it do for the average person? Have you used it? How have you used it, and how have you benefited from MK-677?
So I've used it for sure 100%. So any therapy that we're going to really introduce to people out there, or we think it's going to be a good one, I'm going to be the test rat. I'm usually patient zero. I want to at least take it, see what my experience is going to be, so I can give my honest opinion about it to people out there, and how I did it. There's a couple different ways where you could take MK-677. One, obviously, it's just oral, right? So it's a beautiful thing as far as it being oral because, it's a capsule that you're going to be able to take. Now, when you take it, the experience that I had was you're going to get really hungry really fast. When you take this capsule, probably 15, 20 minutes later, you're going to get like a really, really big hunger spike. That's going to be, it's going to be the hunger hormone that's really hitting you right there, the Skeldon hormone. So you got to be prepared for that. Obviously, that's one thing. So if you're going to take it during the day, it might slow you down a little bit. Some people get a little lethargic and then they get really hungry. Some people don't get affected by that at all, but they just get the hunger. So being prepared was one thing, right? Being prepared to eat good food all day, because that's the thing. If you're a regular person, you're not prepared, and you don't know what to expect from this, you're just going to be hit with this. Like anything in sight, Drew, I think you could, you go along with that and say that, dude, you're going to just go attack this food, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to make sure the food in your house is safe to eat, because if it's not safe to eat, you'll eat it.
Yeah. So
the hunger's unreal.
It's gonna attack you, right? And if you have kids, you have maybe some sweets in the house, so like that, you're gonna go through all their sweets. I'm like, Daddy. Well,
Daddy,
why'd you eat all my treats?
It's gonna be like Cat Williams and Pimp Chronicles. They said, Daddy, why'd you eat all my cereal? We actually have someone asking a good question on my live on my screen. He's saying, can he use MK-677 if he's in his 50s? He's fairly active. I would assume so. Of course he can. So that's what I would say too. Someone's asking if they could use it in their 50s. Of course you can. Again, this is safe. It's an oral peptide. It's going to help you gain lean muscle mass, but it's going to make you eat like crazy. And it's going to make you sleep like a baby. So a lot of times if people are looking for something to help them sleep, this will help with that too. And if you work out active and trying to make your body grow, it'll help that with that too. So John said how he takes it. I'll give you guys a breakdown how I use it. I just take it one every night before I go to bed. I literally keep the bottle on my nightstand to remind me. So when I plug up my phone, it's right there. I just take one before I go to bed. Helps me sleep good. And the next day, I'm not lethargic at all. Now, I don't know if this is a mental thing for me, because when I first started it, I would get tired a lot. Then after a while, I didn't get tired anymore. So since when I first started taking it, I took it at night. I just continue to. But I really don't get tired from it anymore.
Yeah. So, it's, and I'll answer some questions I got on my side, too. I'm getting questions over on Instagram. But so MK-677, so Drew said he takes it at night, and that's what I'd probably recommend for people out there to do, is take it at night. That way it will curb some of the hunger effects that you're going to get. So if you can't control them, whatever. And then going back to, what Drew was talking about with this question for a 50-year-old guy that wants to take MK-677, should he take it? as long as the health history is good as far as in the background, no cancer, all that good stuff, you're pretty much going to be good. And with somebody that's 50, they're going to probably feel a lot better effects of it because it's going to raise IGF-1 levels. Now, a younger guy, when he takes their IGF-1 levels, probably should be pretty good, right? And not to say that it won't raise those IGF-1 levels too as well, but somebody that's in their 50s that might be on the decline with IGF-1 levels and growth hormone levels in their body, this is going to spike it up pretty good, where they might feel it even better than the younger person that might take it, right? Yeah. And of course, the hunger and all that's going to come with it, but you're getting a lot of benefits as far as that goes. Being an older person taking it, the studies were done on 55 and up, patients. So it's right in that demographic of where you really want to be at. So it's a good one. MK-677, the only oral GHRH out there, peptide. It's on a SARM. A lot of people mix that up. And at that point, it's not going to affect testosterone levels either. Some people ask me that a lot, Drew. They're like, hey, John, if I take this, is it going to mess up my natural testosterone production? And no, this is not going to affect that production at all. It's not even going to mess with that at all. Pituitary, it won't shut down either. So that's another big one. As far as that goes, I've got some questions on.
Yeah, but I know for MK for me, again, like I said, the tiredness went away. So a lot of times they'll stop. I've only heard of 2 complaints with MK-677 ever. And that's either I'm eating too much or it makes me a little lethargic. And it's not going to make you knock out. You're not going to take it and drive and next thing you know, fall asleep at the wheel. It's not comparative to strong pain medications that are opiate based that make you fall asleep quickly, or even like a Benadryl that has ingredients that make you fall asleep fast. It's more of like a lazy, subtle feeling. But again, after a week or so, I didn't get that anymore. Because I tested out. I'd take one during the days just to see, and I didn't get that. So my schedule was to take one at night anyways. So, I mean, it worked great for me. Again, I'm adding it in the next month and a half. I can't control my eating with it, so I have to make sure I have good stuff in the house. And the gains are lean. So even though if you're eating the right food, it is going to be lean. Don't think you're going to take MK-677 and get fat if your diet's in check.
Yeah, it's key, man. You definitely want to take this and be prepared. Drinking waters can be a portion of this too. So, you might get some water weight if you don't do these things and you're not eating clean, you're not drinking water. It's going to be key. Now, if you say, listen, I want to get higher IGF-1 levels, but I don't want to eat that much, and I don't want to gain the water retention possibly, and all these different things. And there's other therapies out there, choices for you guys.
Or you can just go straight to the IGF because there's something we have here.
You go straight to IGF.
Go straight to IGF.
I mean, that's a good one. CJC with ipamorelan, that's another good one. That's that's a maintenance dose you guys can do forever. People ask me about all the time, like, can I take that? For MK, you don't want to take it forever, right? You want to go on for a couple months, go off, go back on, and then you'll get some really good. You'll start building up a tolerance to it to a certain extent. With CJC, with ipamorelan, you're not going to build up that tolerance. So it's going to be an overall better therapy, longer lasting. But MK, for the gains, for the strength, if this is what you want, this is the therapy for you. Then that's what you signed up for.
Also, joint lubrication too. A little bit of added water. That joint lubrication helps a lot too. People don't really take MK for that. But when I took MK, I noticed I had less joint pain, obviously because I'm bigger and there's more lubrication around the joint. So that's something you could think of too.
Yeah, so if you guys got Instagram, if you guys got any questions about what we do or MK-677 or any of the topics we're talking about, it's kind of a split day today. But if you guys have any questions, shoot them out. Me and Drew will be happy to answer them for you guys too as well. All right. Anything else, Drew, about MK? If you guys want to order it, there's no blood test that's needed for it. All you guys do is got a call or text 727-389-3220. Fill out the new patient paperwork online. We're on the website, titanmedicalcenter.com. You can read about that therapy and more therapies on there too as well. But if you have questions about it, just call or text us, and we'll be happy to talk about this therapy and more therapies for you guys. You just signed up and ready to go. I have to do it as a medical consult, and then you can order that therapy and a lot more therapy. So, MK is definitely one that you guys want to take. You guys are looking for that lean bodybuilding mass, I guess. Overall, just want to feel better, sleep better. This is definitely a therapy for you guys.
Well, if there's any powerlifters out there, we get a lot of questions of people just trying to lose weight, people that don't work out, they just want general health. We get a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of fitness people, just people that don't work out. But for power lifters, if I had to choose one Titan therapy outside of HRT, I mean, HRT just goes with everything for me. I would definitely say MK-677 if you're a power lifter. Power lifters have to eat a lot. Chances are they're not really concerned with water
Yeah.
retention. It's going to help with your joints. And I know for
Yeah.
power lifters, the hardest thing for them is the eating because they literally have to force feed massive amounts of calories and carbohydrates. So for power lifters out there,
Yeah.
Sarah, Bianca, all you heavy lifters in the Tampa area, CC, you need some MK677. I know you're already using the Hercules
Yeah.
and other stuff. Give us a call. We'll get you guys to the next level, even stronger than you already are. So,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. But it's not just for powerlifters either, guys. But man, powerlifters will
Oh, yeah.
definitely benefit from something like that for sure, 100%. Big shout out to Shape by Sarah, Titchy Graves. Everybody join me on Instagram out there. Appreciate you guys. You know, Big Drew's in the studio. I'm out here. Different views right now for you guys. Next topic, Drew. You want to get into it, man? My iPad's. I'm out in
Yeah.
the sun,
The
guys.
next
So
topic,
my temperature, everything's done.
first topic today, you guys know last week I had one of my topics was how they're transplanting pig hearts into humans, or pig brains, I should say,
Ooh,
into humans.
ooh,
This one's even deeper, not deeper, but more animal related stuff that we can benefit from. A special
yeah,
gene found in elephants may hold the key to eradicating cancers. Now, people don't realize this, but elephants are basically like they don't get cancer. Only
yeah,
5% of elephants that die of cancer, whereas with people it's like 1 out of every 4. So pretty
yeah,
much because of the P53 protein is what the elephants have 20 times. Where people we
yeah,
have P53 protein, but not as extreme. I mean the numbers are all kind of science and this and that, but the gist of it is that we're trying to figure out what it is in their DNA
yeah,
that is making them eradicate the cancers to then obviously
yeah,
translate it into humans. So now we could use that so we could fight off cancers. There haven't
yeah.
been any studies done yet. It's like in the very beginning process of it. But I think they're going to be looking to animals for a lot of other things. A lot of
Oh, we
animals,
already are, dude.
a lot of animals don't get sick. They don't have problems. I mean, they've already been doing it, but I mean, it's going to be like, okay, my ears are a
Yeah.
little off. I'm gonna go get injection from this because that the animal has this. So I mean,
CRISPR, bro. They're gonna be gene splicing, man. Gene editing, man. It's
yeah, it's gonna be like, yeah,
inject you,
I want
man.
a heart of a
Everything
lion.
is
That's what I
different.
want. If I have a bad heart, I want a heart of a lion. I want a lion heart,
Yeah,
like literally lion
yeah.
heart. But I think this is interesting. I'm like all into this stuff. I don't know. I didn't
I
think I
love
would
it.
be, but now I'm like googling all these different animals, how it's gonna help this and that. It makes sense though. I mean, animals could drink out of a puddle. They don't get sick.
Of course,
Their immune system
of
is so
course.
crazy, and they're not flooded with
Yeah.
vitamins and flooded with
No,
McDonald's and all these chemicals and stuff that
no.
we do. Everything is off the earth. So I mean, apparently what
That's
they're
right.
doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big shout out to Coastline K9,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. That's
Everybody out
true.
there tuning in. Yeah, it's true though.
Organic
The
diet,
sugar
huh?
thing that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Whoever just
So true.
who said that?
So
Art? Coastline Canada made
yeah,
a great point. They're not eating everything they eat is
yeah,
organic. So if you take
yeah.
the average person who only eats organic, they might have
It's true.
similar immunity
Or even
or immune
sugars,
system.
though, man. You get sugars from everywhere. It's like our society and our food source are flooded with sugars. That
Yeah.
makes things taste better.
Or not
You know,
even
that's what it
not
is.
even sugar,
I mean, I went
fructose corn
to
syrup.
Planet Food the other day, dude, and like Peter's like, yeah, I want to get a smoothie whatever from this place. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up to the counter, I'm like, oh, like, what do you have? Whatever. Like, yeah, like, you want a vanilla? Do you want chocolate? We have all these. I was like, listen, I just want like a chocolate protein, like, like shake. That's it. It's more protein powder. Where like, you want any stevia in that or anything? Sugar? I'm like if not, it's gonna taste really bad. I was like, it can't, right? You're gonna throw cocoa in there. So they made it. I was like, man, this is like, it literally tastes like water, ice and water, and that was it. I was like, man, there was like no like maybe a hint of cocoa. That was like,
Yeah,
what the hell is this? But
yeah,
it's flooded, man. It's flooded.
yeah. It is and not only
Yeah,
sugar too here in the States with the high fructose corn syrup, which is even worse than sugar. So I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty
Oh,
bad.
that's the worst, dude.
Yeah,
So many, dude. There's so many different sugar substitutes out there, replacements, and all these different things. It's
yeah,
even worse for us than sugar. Right? You might as well have sugar cane. When people are like, oh, it's sugar cane to this. All right, so it's a healthier choice if you want to say that to get sugar cane, but sugar in general, okay, is bad. It
yeah,
just is what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, people need to know that.
I actually had a conversation with two of the girls in this building, in the store, in this building the other day, and they were asking, what's your body fat percentage, this and that. We're just talking about working out, and I was telling them,
Yep.
one of the main things is sugar. Like, eliminate sugar. Like, sugar is bad. And then she's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, well,
Yes.
and we're talking about hydration and stuff, and I mentioned Gatorade. Oh, they mentioned Gatorade, and I said Gatorade is no different than
Yeah.
Pepsi. So I literally
No.
went to the cooler, grabbed the Gatorade, and I said 50 carbs, 50 grams of sugar.
Yep.
Set it down, grab the
Yep.
Pepsi, 50 carbs, 50 sugar. And both of their eyes were like, but we're so into the fitness and health, and we know
Yeah.
that. But to the average
Yeah. We
person,
know
they
that.
think, oh, I'm going to be healthy today. I'm going to drink a Gatorade. And this person
It's
has
the
not,
marketing play, though.
sweat at all. They have not burned any of those calories. So they're just flooding their body with salt, sugar, and
Yeah.
carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting
Yeah.
there. But they're being healthy because it's Gatorade and LeBron James and all these guys.
Listen,
Gatorade
Gatorade
Zero.
is good for people that lose electrolytes, and you replace electrolytes that need to be done because you're performing high intensity activities, whatever it is. Football, you're outside. You need these electrolytes, or you will fall out and something like that.
But they
It's
have,
not there for like you're resting, sitting at your house, you're on your couch
yeah,
all day long, and you get Gatorade. Like, man, this is healthy, bro. Look at this. Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
okay, you're adding sugar, which is going to add onto the fat onto your body.
yeah,
Insulin resistance happens, type 2 diabetes if you keep on that path.
yeah.
It's just sugar is one of them, guys. You got to start eliminating.
Yeah.
CV993 said, how is glutathione shipped? Overnight, dry ice? And if it heats up, what happens? So quick answer to that real quick. It is shipped overnight. It's shipped with ice packs, generally a multitude of ice packs. Now we live in Florida, that's where it's shipped from, so we know how the heat is. So in summer, especially in some of these different states, it might heat up a little bit more. But it's usually going to be generally good for about 24 hours as far as cold. And if it shows up there and it's like room temperature, a little chill, you should be good. Now that thing is like hot, like you can't hold it, then it can be compromised in some way, shape, or form. You leave it out for like 24 hours. Like some people, they take your injection, they leave it out all night. Throw it back in the fridge. I'm not gonna say you gotta get a little bottle and like throw it out. I don't want you wasting your money either, okay, guys? But if it stays out for long, extended periods of time, days, then it's not gonna hurt you, but it might downgrade and degrade some of the medication as far as the potency of what you're getting. Sorry about that, Drew. Just want to answer some of these questions that are coming across here.
No, that's a good one because I know for me when my glutathione come in sometime. I know one of the times me and you were out of town, so the package sat there for 24 hours. But it was longer than 24. Even when I came back, the ice packs weren't fully frozen, but they were cold, and there was like that little rock in the middle. They were cold. The bottle was cold, so I mean it's still good. If you guys are worried about getting your packages, you're like, oh, I'm not going to be home until Wednesday. I'm out of town for work. I won't be home till Wednesday. My package comes Monday. Your package is still going to be pretty good. I mean, it's sealed up. And John, like John said, it's in like a
Insulin. It's
it's in
like
like
an
an
insulated
insulated, like it looks
envelope.
like, it's like an insulated padded thing that has like sealed all around. It's inside of
Yeah.
that, and then it also has more ice packs inside of that. So I mean that can
Yeah.
stay there for a while. I actually used the thing that you guys shipped with one of my meals because I didn't want my meals
Yeah.
to go thaw out. I put it in that
Good way to
bag and
do it.
threw it in my gym bag, and it stayed cool even without the ice packs, just from that
Oh yeah.
insulation. So you guys don't have to worry
That's the
about your
best.
therapies going bad at all. At all.
Got another question for Aquaholic. Are there any therapies to help with insulin resistance? Great question out there. And there's a lot of people that are suffering from insulin resistance. Yes, there's a multitude of different therapies that we offer. One right off the bat, I can tell you, is probably going to reverse insulin resistance or help out with it immediately is going to be semaglutide. Our Aries injectable weight loss therapy. This is what it does. It really does reverse insulin resistance. It helps as far as your body, like, working the way it should, and not getting spikes of a whole bunch of sugar at any point in time of the day either, even if you are eating sugary foods or whatever it may be. The micronutrients are getting distributed evenly throughout the body when they go in and not just spiking levels too as well. So that's one to look into. If you have more questions about that, you guys can call or text 727-389-3220. And remember, guys, even with insulin resistance, what me and Drew were talking about earlier is eating correctly. Getting on a good diet will help the body start getting back into, where it needs to be in homeostasis, per se. If you continue on the path of abusing it, it's not going to work in your favor either. So.
And all you young guys out there that did
got,
what I'm doing, ate McDonald's every single day.
yeah.
Stop.
I was talking to somebody about that yesterday, Drew. I think I was talking to Skeldon about it out here. He was talking. I was like, he's like, how'd you meet Drew, and like, you know, I'm like, I told him, I told him the story when you came in the office, and so and we met a couple different times. So,
Yeah.
you know, for those times in passing, that's what it was. But the true time when you came in, we were talking about really doing something together. And you know, you're talking about. Remember, I was like, you know, what do you eat every day? You know, what are you doing? Kind of breaking
McDonald's
it
every
down,
day.
bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're gonna dial you in, dice you up, like, you know, get you right, man. I'm really proud of you. It's
I
phenomenal.
appreciate it. But I owe it to you though, because until then I never really had a reason to like change my life to eat healthy.
Yeah,
I'll eat healthy here and there, like, oh, I don't want to eat too much donuts or whatever.
yeah,
But I never really had um outside of getting ready for a show, I never really had like, you know, a structure. I just kind of want to be big, so eat as much as I possibly can, whether it's McDonald's,
yeah,
fast food, Little Debbie's, coffee cakes
yeah.
all day long, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, all the stuff I completely stay away from now. But yeah, I owe it all to you, and I'm still doing it now. People keep asking me, "You get ready for a show, this and that. Why are you doing this?" Because this is what I do. I like to
That's
eat
right.
healthy. I like to work out. I like the routine of going to the gym. I like looking at myself in the mirror. I like to stay lean. So it's
Yeah,
just where I'm at. I don't have to be on a stage. I don't have to be prepping. Like, you know, I just like this, like the lifestyle. I love it.
dude. You
Tupperware
were
life for life.
invoking a true, healthy, and tight lifestyle, bro, all the way
Yeah,
around, dude.
I
Seriously,
love it. I love it.
not the
Hey,
big key for
if you
that
guys
shit.
want to see something crazy, look at a picture of John 10 years ago and look at a
Oh my
picture of me 10 years ago.
right.
I was bloated. I had like a pack of hot dogs on the back of my neck. Looked like a pack of hot dogs just with the rolls. I
Word.
had abs and everything, but I was looking, no, I wasn't looking like
I
this.
know, bro. Trust me, I
Yeah,
feel you, man. That's what it
yeah,
was, man. It was like, you know, so whatever it takes, you know, attitude and everything like that. I totally understand. Like,
yeah.
well, as we get older, man, you know, that does not work, guys. Unfortunately, but guys got to change it. Be healthy now, so you guys can enjoy later. All
Yeah,
right,
if you
so we
young,
got.
yeah,
Go ahead,
let's go
Drew.
to the next one. The next topic.
I got a good question real quick, and then let's answer
Okay.
this real quick. So it says, when you take HRT after the blood test, can I take any supplements to gain lean muscle mass, or use your products and the supplements? So it depends on what supplements you're talking about. You can definitely use other supplementation if you want to. That's not a problem if it's not affecting you. What do you think? I mean, Drew, as far as that goes, I mean, you know, you can use stuff from us, but if you're getting like fish oils or like something like that, like you can continue taking that stuff.
I think the first question would be what type of, just like what you said, what type of supplements?
You're right.
Are these over the counter? Are these under the
Right.
counter? Are they illegal? Are they legal? Are they
Right.
safe? I mean, a lot of
Right.
supplements I don't feel are good. They're safe.
Yep.
They just don't really. They're not really effective. So I mean,
Yep.
that would be the main thing. But then again, the blood work will show us what's going on with your body. So, but I mean, if you're trying to gain lean muscle mass,
Yep.
honestly, I would just take Titan products.
Yep.
I mean, just take Titan products. I mean, that's all I take is Titan products. I'm not, just take Titan products. You don't need to go
Yep.
outside of that. I mean, outside of, general food and water and
Yep.
sleep and all that. I mean,
Yeah. So,
MK677 will work too. I mean, like we just talked about, that's a great one if you can control your eating.
of course, 100%. Aquaholics asked to, because it's semaglutide, you know, can one stack metformin with semaglutide? You don't
Mm,
really want to,
mm,
you know. The reason is, let me tell you why. Semaglutide is the superior of the two drugs. It's going to do a lot more than what metformin is going to do for you. The other portion of it is metformin is oral, and depending on what the doses are at metformin, you're talking about doing kidney damage at that point, right? So it's really in your favor to just do semaglutide. You won't need metformin anymore. If you're worried about controlling hemoglobin A1C, it's going to be controlled. If you're worried about weight loss, it's going to be there. You know, so I mean, at that point, you know, you really don't have to worry about taking a pill every day. You can take one injection per week, and you're ready to rock and roll, man. Just advice, you know, from me to you. All right, you want to get into the next one, Drew?
Yeah, next one says high levels of exercise won't erase health risk of having a poor diet.
Yes.
So,
So this research was done on 346,000 individuals over an 11-year span. So that's a pretty big as far as, you know, you're talking about your experimental, your size, as far as volume of people that it's doing. So this is pretty big. So with this study, you know, basically it said like people that exercise regularly, right, 3 to 5 days per week, are going to live a lot longer. Now the people that ate correctly and exercised lived longer than people that did not eat healthy and exercise. But you know what it didn't say in the title was this: the people that ate unhealthy and exercised lived longer than anybody that didn't eat or well that ate unhealthy and did not exercise. So at least you're one step above there. But if you really want to take it to a whole new level, that's where really eating correctly does it. And Cosine K9 has a question here. I'll get to after me and Drew talk about this. But yeah, man. So you know you can't run from an unhealthy diet, I guess. You know, I mean, pretty good, I guess. But
it's like the girls that I see. Like, yeah, I had a cheat meal today, so I'm gonna do an hour cardio tonight on the stair machine. It doesn't work like that. You're better off just eating something healthy, and just lay on the couch and watch a movie. You don't even have to go do that cardio if you had to pick or choose. So and then if you combine, like John said, if you combine the two, you're gonna look great, you're gonna feel great, and live longer than both of the two. So food is everything. I keep saying it over and over again. You know, supplementation and food, the right supplementation, the right therapies, the right food is everything. You can change your body without even stepping foot into a gym.
I agree with you 100% on that. You know, now gaining muscle and all that, then you have to go to the gym. But at that point, if you want to really change things, definitely do it. But just eat food the way you feel. It's food driven too as well. I mean, all the therapies, all that. It's all a harmonic thing, right? You want to have everything in the mix that's working harmonically, but you know, at that point,
and not even so much of it being unhealthy. We talk about like fast food and McDonald's and bad foods. That'll mess up your hormones too, because of the way that food is made. It's so processed. I used to get really, really bad breakouts and stuff like that, and I didn't really realize why. It's because I'm pounding sugar all day long and fast food all day long. All day. Now it's like I don't have any breakouts anymore. Doing the same, you know, everything's the same. It's just obviously Nastrozole helps. If you guys don't, if you guys have high estrogen and you guys are like, why am I breaking out like crazy and this and that? That could be estrogen. Always people think it has to do with
food,
it could be fat,
bacteria,
it could be
like all this
water.
other stuff. Like no.
Yes, but and Nastrozole, if you guys are prescribed that, if it's in your blood work, if your estrogen is too high, that will help with your breakouts as well. My skin it helped dried it up and broke. I mean, my face used to be real oily, everything dried it up.
So Cosine has a question, and I want to honestly, the topic of hormones. That's a key, man. Because when you start messing with hormones, it's like you're starting to mess with your biology as far as where you should be at, right? Your body says one thing, but you're turning back the clock and introducing hormones, and they're doing other interactions in the body, which are changing different things. And most people are getting taken back in their body as far as aging process to when they were younger, when hormones were kind of all crazy, and that's when you really broke out, I guess, right? When you hit puberty, and you start going through those in life. So yeah, it's key, man, for harmonic balance of the hormones, dude, and getting hormones balanced. And Nash is always a part of that for sure. Cosine K9 asked if we have any food services that we would recommend. Currently, right now, no. Listen, I always give a big shout to Nutrition Solutions. Chris Cavallini's got a hell of an operation over there. He's doing his thing. But as far as what we're doing right now, what we recommend, I'd recommend him over anybody else, I think, because I know he's going to follow through. But, as far as us, like, we and Drew, we've been battling with this right now. We're like, I've been battling with for patients what they should be doing, because it is a part. Like right now, we're talking about food and how essential it is, and that's one thing that Titan doesn't produce for patients right now. We don't do food plans, and it's so hard, right? It's so hard because honestly, like if everything goes right, I think Drew, if everything goes right, it's perfect. But it's when things go wrong, and people can get their food and it shows up and it's, let's say, it's sat out the doorstep for too long. It's going to be hot, or they might have, hair in their food.
The container wasn't sealed all the way. The rice is hard. Like,
so I don't think I'm
there's
ready
a crack in the container.
Doing all that. And I don't think I want to handle this.
It's a lot of time. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of margin.
It's a lot of margin for error, and there's not a lot of margin you make in food, which is fine, right? But if you're looking for something that's gonna be solid, I think Nutrition Solutions has been around for a long time. I think they do it, maybe eat right. But I think those are the guys to go to for sure if you're looking for something like that. All right, Drew, you want to go to the next topic, bro?
Yeah, next one right along with the food. This one's more so hydration. How to stay hydrated in this current heat wave. It's hot all over the country. There's going to be another heat wave coming up. It's not just you staying hydrated. If you guys have pets, keeping your pets hydrated. The other day I saw a lady walking her dog. She had a towel, she had a water bottle, she had sunglasses, she had a hat on to keep the sun off her face, everything, and her dog was like tongue hanging out of his. I'm not sure if it was a male or female dog, but yeah, and
Hitting a million miles an hour.
every time she would stop to cross the street, the dog would plop and just fall there. I'm like, this is
No
not good.
way.
Yeah, and where I live, it's downtown. There's dog parks everywhere. There's water fountains everywhere. Hell, let the dog drink out of a puddle if it needs to. I mean, obviously, look, make sure there's no car oil, but it just not only do people stay hydrated, keep their pets hydrated like that. Like I was just like, lady, like I felt like saying something, you know.
Listen, if you need to, you give us a bottle of water to your dog, man. Don't lap it up. Trust me.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
come
could just
on.
dump it in. Anything, you just dump it over them and they'll drink it. Or if you're out walking around, you could literally grab any container and dump a water in there, let your dog drink out of it. But with the people, though, a lot of times people say, "Oh, I need to stay hydrated. I'm going for a walk. Let me bring my water." At that point, it's too late. You need to be hydrated the day before, the night before. Start hydrating. Don't wait until you start feeling dizzy, until you're so dehydrated. Then start chugging down water because now your body's really going to be messed up because it's going to be coming into your body too fast. So stay hydrated. Foods that can help with hydration, any type of fruit. Bananas are good with the potassium for the cramping. But like me and John said earlier, don't just go straight to the Gatorade. Actually, I wouldn't even recommend Gatorade at all. You'd be better off drinking a bottle of water and some pink salt if you need it with a banana. That way you're going to get legit sodium, quality sodium, real water, and real, like, eat like the elephants do, all natural stuff, That's what's going to take. So I don't want to see people, passing out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you gotta treat your animals like your kids too. I mean, I'm working with Coastline K9 right now, getting us a dog. But at that point, like, that dog will be going everywhere with me, every single place. If you think that I eat good, trust me, I feed my animals just as good. I think you can.
You're gonna be
on. He's gonna be
on Eddie beef steaks. Gotta get him a nice.
Dude, my dogs eat good,
bro.
I mean, they eat better than most humans.
Yeah.
I mean, so you gotta treat your dogs good, man. You gotta treat your furry animals good, man. Whether they're cat, dog, whatever it is, man. Don't abuse those animals. And if they gotta be out there and they eat, man, you need to get them some water too. It's crazy.
Another thing too, people that do drink water, like hardcore water drinkers, when they only drink one specific type of water, that's fine, but don't neglect your body for water just because they don't have Essentia or Evian or Zephyr Hills. Oh, they don't have my water, so no, they don't have it. If you're dizzy, chug that water down. It's gonna taste gross or whatever, but at least you're getting something into your body. Don't get to the point where you're dehydrating yourself because the hotel you're at or the store you're at, or the event, or the office you work in doesn't have specific water. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going and dipping your head underneath the tap, but I mean, water isn't water when people say water's water. But I mean, it gets to a point where you just need to stay. Don't neglect water. I'm bad when it comes to water. So after seeing this yesterday, it was like a wake up call for me. Like I don't want to be that, even though it was a dog. I don't want to be walking on the street. I'm so used to not drinking water, I have to remind myself. Like I physically don't get thirsty. So it's like you have to figure out what you have to do. Download an app on your phone. There's apps that will remind you how much you have to drink. Standard water bottle, 8 of those is a gallon a day. So people you ever hear, drink a gallon, drink a gallon. A standard water bottle is eight regular
8 fluid ounces.
Yeah, 16.9-ounce bottles. 8 of those is a gallon. So if you wake up out of bed and chug one, boom, you only have 7 more. Just drink water every time you eat, and maybe a few in between. You're at your gallon. It's real easy. Don't let yourself get dehydrated.
What's going on, Dana? How you guys doing out there? Thank you guys for all joining us. Yeah, man, I agree with you on that 100%. You got to be hydrated. You got to do this shit right, man. Just measure it out. Teresa's really bad about it, so she got that jug. Like the jug's like goals. Like like start here. You're almost there. Like I mean, it has like little motivational quotes on it, and it's turned her water drinking game around like 110%. I'm totally behind whatever it takes for somebody to have to, get to understanding that I need to drink this water. And keeping you accountable for it too as well at the same point. So it's really good stuff to do, man. And for me, I've always got water with me usually, except for right now when I really need it. I usually got a liter of Avion with me, but if it gets to a bad point where I don't have Avion, that's fine. And, I'll just drink whatever I can get as long as it's going to be clean water. I'm good. I remember back in the day, we used to drink from hoses. That used to be our
practice.
water, right?
Water break, go to the hose.
That's right, right? Or even in gym class, man, you go to the fountains. There was no other things out there. Like
I think those
people be
old
lined
school
up in the
water
fountain.
fountains, like the schools up north are a lot older. Schools out here is brand new. It was built in 2010 or something. Where
I
I'm
know.
from, New England is all old. So the schools have those old water. They're not even a water fountain; it's a bubbler, and
Yep.
you turn the thing, and it's those good strong ones. I used to
Yeah.
like the taste of the hose, believe it or not, like
Yeah.
that hose taste. I think a lot of people like that
Had those
taste.
minerals in there, bro.
Yeah, it was like a weird taste. Like,
It was good. It was
yeah,
definitely good. I mean, if you guys have ever drank from the hose when you guys were younger, if you guys were that old, I mean, bottled water is a whole different thing now. Now it's what it is.
yeah. I used to go.
It's crazy.
I used to fill up my water jar before putting it in, right in the sink. I needed this regular tap water.
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
good topic next one. I think this is your topic. High levels of
Yeah.
let's see, psilocybin microdisorbus,
Psilocybin.
psilocybin
Psilocybin.
microdisorbus.
Yeah. So psilocybin, which is the active ingredient in magic mushrooms.
Ooh.
So they've been doing a lot of different studies, and I've talked about it on the show with Drew a couple times, and even on Titan Talks. With them starting to really start researching and using on patients and real applicants, psychedelics, and what's been the big thing about this. People are out there, they're fighting depression, PTSD, anxiety, all these different disorders out there. And, what was Big Pharma doing? They were, supplying drugs. And these drugs might help, might not have helped, but always had negative side effects in one way, shape, or form, whether it was libido or weight gain or lowering testosterone levels, right? So what is naturally going to be able to help you? And they've looked to psilocybin to be one of these big things. And the research is there, guys. Clinical research, I mean, they've been doing this across the globe on a whole bunch of different patients in a whole bunch of different ways. Even MDMA, which things ecstasy, like, oh, that's bad. I mean, listen, these things can be abused, of course, but used properly can be very, very uplifting and good for patients. So psilocybin's one of them, dude. And microdosing with patients, you know, from patients that were microdosing to not microdosing, even when they were macrodosing, that means that they were taking an above amount that would get them past the limit of, not just feeling good emotionally, but going on maybe like a trip, right? And for these people, like everything has improved. Emotional stability, emotional well-being. If they had depression, it was getting rid of the depression symptoms and actually feeling good about themselves. So, I mean, when you start seeing like this, I mean, even brain function, okay, yeah, that's a big one for people out there. And being able to use this medication like this, and it will be medication, it comes from the earth. That's one thing I can say about it. Where medical marijuana and magical mushrooms, they all come from the earth. It's not processed, okay. Now, plants, you could say, from marijuana, they're going to get, cut down, they're going to get dry, they're going to get trimmed, but there's no processing. It's not like let's say it's like cocaine, like that, where it comes from a plant, then they have to process these things through. Even opiates, they come from a plant, and at that point they get processed. But magical mushrooms don't. That's one thing I can say about it. And for people out there, the main thing I would say, like for somebody that's in health or fitness, I'm the exact same way. Where I don't take anything that's going to hurt me. I want a performance enhancer, right? That's going to be healthy, and I don't want to lose control. I like to be in control
Exactly. Yeah.
mentally. And what I can say is that micro dosing, you're not losing control. You're being able to be in control, but you're just lightening your mood per se. And I think that's where the big benefits end. I think people get stuck on the old, anti-taboo videos of you're going to go out of your mind and you're going to think you're a plant or whatever it is.
Yeah,
You're going to
right.
go crazy,
It's not
right?
going to be like Dumbo with the drunk elephants.
Right. So that's one thing I could say. I can say that, in the study, for a month, they studied these people, and everybody that was microdosing was way better in a lot of different ways, shape, and form, healthy wise, mentally, and physically to a certain extent, by taking the microdosing of the psilocybin active ingredient in magic mushrooms. So it's a big thing that's going on right now. Across the country, there's another in a state right now. I think it's Oregon, where it's gonna be totally legal. Other states are going along with it too. Man. It's gonna be there, and if it's helping patients, and they don't take drugs like pharmaceutical companies, medication is going to give them libido problems and hormone problems. Or, I mean, listen, there was an article that came out today about the studies of depression, guys. And depression takes a long time, right? Depression is caused by a chemical imbalance in the body, right? And that's why we're talking about serotonin levels, and that they debunked that now. They don't even know really why depression is what it is. It's not a chemical balance of serotonin. So, you know, I think there's a lot more to learn about us as people or biological, you know, or biology as humans. And I think we're going to learn a lot more in the future here. And hopefully we'll be able to use some of these drugs to uplift us.
And again, it's right back into the earth.
Yeah.
More natural things. A mushroom is something that grows. Marijuana is something that grows. It's not something that has to be, you know, chemically enhanced or made in the lab somewhere. So, I mean, like John said, with everything was within reason. So if you guys hear this and you're tuning in right now and you see, oh, they're talking about mushrooms, that's crazy. Microdosing. Google microdosing, exactly what that is. You'll know what we're talking about. We're not taking mushrooms, or we're not talking about mushroom, or we're not talking about someone taking mushrooms like at a college party. Like that's mega dosing. You know, we're talking about micro doctor, you know, monitored, medical provider monitored, you know, going that way. So it's not, again, having control of your body. That's one of the reasons why I'm never taking any hardcore drugs or something where I just don't know what's going on. I have to have control. I don't trust anybody, so I don't want to be I don't want to be out of whack and not know exactly what's going on. So,
you know, you got to be able
even
to
drinking. That's why I don't really. I have a couple drinks, but I don't be drunk. I don't want to be to the point where I don't know what's going on and making bad decisions. So it's pretty much the same. But if I have a couple shots or toast up, I'll be good. You know.
I mean, if you have a good time, be social and stuff like that. It's when you get out of control. You don't remember you're doing things that are out of your character. You know,
I'm not trying to be hungover and the next day and be all messed up, and I got to come in here and get my IV drip, get myself back together. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, so it's this big pharma study to help PTSD and a lot of other. So I mean, it's a big thing. You know, I mean, especially with veterans out there, they're dealing with this every day, man. You know, some of these things, you know, helped by hormone depression too as well. But you know, some things go beyond. You know, at that point, you need to, have some sort of outlet or therapy that's going to help that out. And hopefully, this will help a lot more people. That's what it's all about: helping people. You know, getting them back to where they need to be. So
yeah, definitely.
I think that's it, though, huh, Drew?
That's pretty much it.
We got some
topics.
events?
I know we got some events coming up. Let's jump at these events real quick.
Hit those.
August 4th through the 6th, the Tampa Pro big bodybuilding show down here in Tampa. It's in Tampa.
Pro.
We'll be there. We'll be giving out free B12 shots. So if you guys want a B12 shot, come by, get it. It's absolutely free. There's nothing you have to sign up for. There's nothing crazy like that. All you got to do is just fill out a waiver. It's like one piece of paper. That just covers us, covers you. You come by Tampa Pro. That's August 4th through the 6th right here in Tampa.
Can't wait.
Next up, Deke Warner, one of our good friends here. He's a club promoter, and he's also a head NPC judge. August 13th, the Florida show. That's the Florida State Classic.
Yep, we'll be there.
Out in Orlando. I believe the show's at the Rosen Plaza. And we'll be standing across the street at the Hyatt like we always do. It's like our second home. But again, that's August 13th, the Deke Warner Florida State Classic. It is a national qualifier, too. So if you guys are trying to get qualified, you want to get your pro card, or you want to get qualified to go to nationals to get your pro card, this is one you could do. Shout out to Skeldon. I know Skeldon's in the house over there.
Yeah,
I don't know what's up to him over here.
Where he's at? He's somewhere around here. I don't know.
Shit. Shout out real quick to talk about his event.
Oh, this is also my phones, guys.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. That's why we got iPhones. They're waterproof.
That's when you know we're live. The phone went in the water. Shout out to Apple for keeping that phone live. Yeah, it's crazy. I went out and bought a $100 waterproof case, and I didn't even need it.
Sorry, Instagram, my boys. You guys went for a dive down there. I apologize, everybody. It literally, we're live on Instagram, and they went for a plunge.
That's gonna be a good video, though. Hey, if any of you guys got that video going of John's phone going in the water, send it to me.
Oh, man. Big shout out to all you guys on Instagram. I appreciate all you guys tuning in and stuff like that, too. I mean, we got 15 people on here right now, so it's ridiculous. So thank you, guys. I appreciate all the show. Keep going on,
Nice.
Drew. I'm just gonna let them look at you.
Okay, yes. Jason Skeldon has a show. It's going to be September 17th. Art and fashion show. Jason Skeldon's a good friend of us here at Titan. If you guys see some of the pictures in the background in the office or the lounge or the scale stuff, huge show for Jason Skeldon. It's like a select invite. Invite, but it's not going to be massive.
It's gonna be
amounts
very
of
exclusive.
It's going to be very exclusive. So if you want to go, figure out how you can get in, But if you want to go, figure it out now because it's going to be exclusive. It's going to be exclusive.
That's right.
Okay,
Two designers are going to be there fashion-wise. Titan Medical Center, yours truly, and then Jason Skeldon. We're going to be popping it off, starting it. It's going to be a hell of an event, man. Just wait. It's at the Floridian 2, downtown Tampa. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, if you guys know the Floridian, it's a great hotel. It's like real classic, like old school, like gold chandeliers type stuff. It's great. We also have another fashion show that's going to be September 9th through September 10th. That's in St. Pete Art and Fashion Week. Shout out to Donna Crowley and all those people over there. It's going to be a big show. And what I heard from Joe, what I heard inside source, this is going to be the biggest one.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the biggest one we have. So.
Yep, biggest venue as far as that goes. So it's going to be a bigger and better show this year for sure, 100%.
And again, that's September 8th through the 10th, and that's in St. Pete.
Yep.
After that, going into October 1st, Puerto Rico Pro. Obviously, it's in Puerto Rico. That's a Tim Gardner show. Shout out to Tim Gardner. He's another good friend of us here at Titan. That's October 1st in Puerto Rico. So if you want to go to Puerto Rico, it'll be a great trip. Go over there, check out the show. You don't need a passport. It's cheap here from Florida. I'm not sure where you guys are at. It's a good weekend getaway. Next one up in October is the Hurricane Pro, another show. Tim Gardner, shout out to TG Flex. And all his Tim Gardner Productions. That's going to be October 22nd here in Tampa. Actually, no, I believe that's in St. Pete.
What's up, guys?
I believe the Hurricane Pro this year is in
St.
St.
Pete. The Hurricane Pro is going to be in St. Petersburg at the Coliseum. That'll be a good venue. It's like old school type thing. So you guys are going to really love that venue if you guys are coming out. Of course, we're going to have tons of giveaways for girls and guys, tank tops, shirts, all kinds of stuff for you guys. So, even maybe some more exclusive stuff. You never know what you're going to get when you come out to one of the times.
Yeah, and if you guys, I always hear people asking about the exclusive stuff. The exclusive stuff is not stuff that we just have and order all the time. So if we do have it and you want it and you get it, cherish it because it's not something you can just go online and order or something we always have.
True, guys. You guys jump on it when you guys can because you never know when it's going to come back or be gone forever.
If you guys don't jump on it, you'll see it on my back.
It's true. It's so true.
Like, Drew, that's the one-of-a-kind lime green hoodie I was supposed to order.
Yeah.
I ordered it.
So you know what?
Yeah. You better get it quick because I'm in the merch room a lot, guys. I'm in the merch room a lot, so you better get it quick.
That's right. For sure. 100%.
Okay. Dude. Next coming up, we're going right into December now. Cars and Couture. December 3rd. Cars and Couture. More cars. Yeah. We love car shows here at Titan. So if you guys want to see Phantoms, Maybachs, Lamborghinis, Teslas, trucks, anything, McLaren's, everything's going to be there. It's Cars and Couture. And again, that's December 3rd. After that, the Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas, December 15th to December 18th. I'm very, very, very excited about this. It's going to be Titan's first time at the new venue. Last year it was in Orlando, up the street, about an hour from here. So it was a good time. It was convenient for us, but now it's in a better location, better venue, right on the strip. And again, it's Planet Hollywood, so it's going to be a big, big show. I mean, I can't wait for this. Guys, bundle up, though. It gets cold in Vegas at night.
We'll be bringing out those Titan sweatshirts for giveaways, so come out to the expo and see what's up.
Order your Titan hoodies now. We have long sleeve hoodies. We have order your stuff now because, again, don't wait on it because it might be chilly out there. And again, that's December 15th through the 18th. That's pretty much all the events we have right now. Again, make sure you check back with me or John or Titan every week. We have new stuff coming every week, new events coming every week. If you have any questions about therapies, call 273-893-320.
Right, guys.
We service all 50 states. You can contact John. You can contact me. Make sure you guys follow us on our Facebook. Make sure you hit the bell on our YouTube, and so you can be notified of videos like this. And also check out the podcast. We do have a podcast. So if you want to put your AirPods in while you're doing work around the house, listen to us. Or if you want to go back and listen to what we talked about, if you have missed something, You can do that as well. And again, we're here every week, 2 p.m. Titan Lifestyle.
Share this on Instagram. Share this on Facebook, YouTube, please. Hey, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. We love it. We want it. We want to share this with as many people as possible.
That's it. That's pretty much it for this week, guys. Make sure you tune in next weekend. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and I'll see you.